So, pinch harmonics. Those are fun things to do, aren't they? This is Quaz 18 here, formerly Quaz 12. And I was on the, was it LRRG, Living Room Rock Gods, forum or whatever. And saw this like thread on pinch harmonics, and I was thinking, well, geez, I think I could teach a bit or two about that. And then there's a thing about staccato and pinch harmonics, which are two very different things, but they can be combined to make staccato pinch harmonics. Kind of weird to do, but, and if you're a guitarist, I mean, you could do them with a little conviction. I'm not really familiar with doing that a whole lot, but I know at least there's 4 or 5 different ways to do the same thing, pinch harmonics. So guitarists, I don't have a pick with me, so I'm just using my fingernail here. But what they do is they play it. I don't know if I can get a good shot of this, but they play it, and then they put their thumb, this part of their thumb, right on there. And you know, when you have distortion, everything's roaring loud, so you know, whatever they can do. And bassists don't really have to worry about that too much, unless you're playing with a pick. But I've always preferred the Steve Bailey type of thing, just because when you're playing along with your 2 finger, you can just throw it in there, because I use my ring finger and my index finger to do the pinch harmonics. So, and if you get really good, you can use, you know, your other fingers. Hard to do with your pinky, but feasible, but probably not economical. And Jocko always used to use his thumb, kind of like a guitarist, but instead of picking it like that, he would always pick behind it. So the opening to Birdland, I don't really know the whole opening to Birdland because I never studied it, but something like, you know, and when you're doing pinch harmonics, at least on a bass, you have the controls or whatever. So instead of having both of them all the way up, just turn, I think, the first pickup off, because then you get all the power from this pickup, I think, and it brings those harmonics just out a little bit more, so you can do Portrait Tracy. Comes out just a little bit more. Let's turn this up a little bit, as opposed to when it's full on. And turn the other pickup off, you know. It's also experimenting with your bass and trying to figure out what type of sounds come out with one pickup on, one pickup off, the other one on, the other one off. Different volume controls. If you have like 5 or 6 knobs, it might take you a while. But back to the pinch harmonics. Now, we've already discussed the Steve Bailey style, the guitar style. Don't use that too much, so excuse that, it's really bad. And then the Jocko style. There's another Steve Bailey style where he plays a note with his thumb, but he pinch harmonics, like he uses pinch harmonics on the other note, so that's how you get a lot of the Steve Bailey. The opening to, what was that song on Bass Extremes? It's like, he starts with the pinch harmonic that's not the actual octave, it's like the 3rd or the 7th, I don't remember which one it was, but it'd be the equivalent of 7 harmonic, but up here instead. Or up here, sorry. So he's on the D, but he makes it an A using pinch harmonic. Yeah. then you know, finding those harmonics, because when you think of the bass, it's split in two. You have the nut way up here, right? Sorry, I don't have a good angle, but you have the nut up here, and then you have the bridge down here. And the bass is split right in half at the 12 mark. So you have all the harmonics up here are the same mirror image over here. So that's, when thinking about it, you're playing, let's say you're playing a, let's see if I can get a better angle here. Let's say you're playing a 5 harmonic on the G, right? Now, if you put it up 1 fret, that harmonic at 5 goes to 6. And this applies to every single harmonic on the bass, right? So most people, they use the 12 thing. So you're at 12, 12 plus 12, 24. So you have, I mean, I'm doing this on a 6 string, but it's a combination of finding, 12, where's your 13th fret, where's your 25th fret, where's your 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30, 31, going up to 36. Sometimes you'll find it in weird places, but you kind of have to search for where it is on your bass or guitar or whatever. And that takes just a little bit more time and muscle memory. And then there's, one-handed, like there's a part in Portrait of Tracy when he's doing Victor Wooten can't do that. I'll tell you that right now. He has to use his thumb on this end. But what Jocko did, he took his first finger on 2 and put his pinky on 6 to get that pinch harmonic. Let's turn that first pickup off. Right? And then with Billy Sheehan, he does pinch harmonics in a kind of weird way. He uses his 2 fingers kind of like this, and with his middle finger kind of like pinches it, right? Or he'll just use this part of his thumb. Similar to the Jocko one, but it's on the tip of the thumb as opposed to the side. And the reason he gets such the stain that he does is he puts either distortion on, or he's got the compression on that gives him that weird sound that you always hear. And then he's famous for doing these things like, so he's just tapping the harmonic. So the way this works is you got your 7 here, and you got your 19, which is the octave, right? Instead of like actual pinching it or plucking it, he just taps it. It's very convenient for guitar tapping, so if you're do 2 notes at a time, whatever you want to do. And so then there's this one I heard. It's so uneconomical, I can't even think of why anybody would want to do it. But you have your finger like this in a weird position like that, and you pluck behind it. So it's like the Steve Bailey thing, but instead of being in an actual bassist position, you're more in a guitarist position. It's so weird and tricky to do, I wouldn't really bother doing it. But that's the first part of these harmonic videos, and I will do one more with distortion, but that'll probably be next week. So hope to see you then, and only good comments. I'll erase the rest of them. Peace.